The administration here has demanded that this encampment get disassembled. First they said 7 o'clock, then they said 9 o'clock. It is well past that, and as you can see, they have not gone away. We're going to walk you through it so you can get an idea of exactly what this looks like. Police chief tells me that they've mobilized their crisis response for the police as well, because this was a traumatic sight to see. It does not matter what your job is. Meanwhile, parents in the neighborhood are telling me they're hugging their kids extra tight tonight. Police say they're not investigating this as a crime just yet. Their first priority is to find mom and make sure she's okay. It is most definitely a party that is well underway here at Rory Dolan's. Forget about the fact that it's only 11:30. The store is open today, but despite that, the gate remains closed. Truly something to be seen. The fact that it's receded already is incredible. And while this was shocking for me to see, unfortunately for the residents here at Babbitt Court, it's just part of the routine. Imagine you're leaving your apartment to walk to work or to school, and then you have to cross the street to avoid two massive rats fighting each other. A devastating day for the community here in Clarkstown as we go from tragedy to tragedy. This is certainly not the way that anyone thought they'd be closing out 2023. Just look at this major drop, and if I try to avoid it, I'm too close to traffic. Each ornament takes 7 days to make. 7 days. We're headed up north to Rockland, and we're just, see what I mean? The wind, it's really bad.
And for the guests, an event like this, well, it's a reminder that there are good people in the world.
And now the final piece of the puzzle, bringing in the big rig for the first time in over a year. Look behind me and you'll see this is all that remains of a 118 Lake Street. Now, except for the smell of smoke that still lingers in the air, you would never know that less than 48 hours ago, there was a two-story house here with several families living inside. But today, 5 people are dead, 5 are injured, and every single thing these families own is gone. News 12 was on the scene Saturday as they demolished the remains of 118 Lake Street in Spring Valley. That early morning fire completely destroyed the home. Officials say they began receiving frantic 911 calls at 4:03 Saturday morning. Spring Valley police were on the scene within 1 minute. The fire was completely knocked out by 4:40 a.m.
Unfortunately, multiple efforts were made to try to get into the building. But with the extent of the fire, the conditions weren't good. It was impossible. Subsequently, the fire was knocked down, and then searches began within the dwelling to look for the individuals that were reported missing.
We know that 5 people died, 2 of them children.
The victims were found, 3 were found on the second floor in different areas, and 2 were found on the first level. And we believe they were found on the first level due to a collapse of the second floor into the first level.
The Red Cross is now assisting the 4 families affected by this fire. Now we know, as is often the case here in Spring Valley, that there were multiple building code violations at this residence. One of them was that there were no smoke detectors. However, a subsequent search determined that that issue had been resolved and there were smoke detectors at the home. But were they still here at the time of this fire? Were they on and were they working? These are questions that have yet to be answered. So stick with us on News 12. We'll have the latest as information becomes available.
Well, a beloved lunch lady at a North Rockland school is mourning the loss of her daughter. And today the school's faculty stepped up so her fellow cafeteria workers could attend funeral services. News 12's Emily Young has more on this.
It's a regular lunch period here at Fieldstone Middle School in North Rockland. Pizza Friday. Nothing special until you realize who's serving it.
Hi, does anybody want salad?
The teachers.
What would you like, sweetie?
They're giving up their prep and their lunch to be here and serve the students.
They're serving lunch so that the cafeteria staff can go support one of their own on a day she needs it the most. Sheila Furman has been a familiar and comforting face in the cafeteria for more than 20 years. Her daughter passed away last week from cancer.
You would never know that she was carrying this heavy burden with her. Oftentimes, she would be at the hospital all night and come to work the next day with a smile on her face, greeting everybody, how's your day, making sure that all of our needs were met despite what she was facing.
So today, on the day of her daughter's funeral, teachers doing double duty teaching, and serving lunch.
so that all of the ladies in the cafeteria that worked with Sheila could go and attend her services with her and be there for her.
What it means to me to do this for her is for me to almost be like her. And that's what I want. I want to be like Sheila. I think that's the goal in life, is to be like someone like Sheila Furman.
Just goes to show how much Sheila means to this whole building. And to me, forget about it.
There are many lessons that kids learn in school.
But it's lessons like these that are truly, I think, life learning experiences.
In Rockland County, Emily Young, News 12.